Hey everybody, Jaberino here, welcome back. It's Lord of the Clans, a custom campaign for Warcraft 3 created by OutsiderXE, and this is Chapter 8, Siege of Durnholde. This is the final map of this campaign. I gotta say, we'll do a little roundup at the end, but just to get started, I'm very impressed with the changes made to this campaign. All of OutsiderXE's work is very meticulous, very purposeful, all done with the player in mind, and I've just really had a blast with this. Let's go. A few days later, Langston returns to Durnholde Keep to inform Blackmore of the situation. That's going to be the whole mission. It's just dialogue trees between these two characters. What a great finale. The end. Of course, I told him nothing. He captured and tortured me, but I held my tongue, I tell you. Out of admiration, he let me and my men go. I was on the right path in capturing Thrall. You see what he has done with that pathetic bunch of greenskins. We must assume that the orcs know all that we know, and act accordingly. What is their next move, their ultimate goal? And how in all the hells can I find a way to reclaim Thrall? We have to reach the crossroads. A troop will accompany me to find the female human of whom I told you. Thrall, once more we have to ask you not to do this. Not one night before we attack Durnholde. I'm sorry, old friend, but I have to meet this human before we confront Blackmore. I have to ensure that innocent people are warned. May the spirits be with you. Loktar Ogar. Find Tareth, the Thrall must survive. Okay. So we got our buddy Thrall, and then we have a nice little group of veteran casters. Casters, raiders, grunts. Good stuff. Okay, let's hotkey you all. Let's go ahead and get Snowsong and our Dark Wolf out. And then let's grab... Let's get some more Shaman. Feels very appropriate to me. And keep you all in the back. You got Bloodlust going on. We're going to add you to our second group. And then Thrall is finally wearing some flippin' armor. Raging Strike's Chain Lightning is good. Duel... I think maybe we could change this unless we're fighting one-on-one. I don't think we necessarily need Duel. I actually have come to quite like Ravage, though Fire Elemental's also pretty cool here, considering how many of them you can spawn. Indestructible is still pretty decent. Let's go Ravage. So again, we're kind of an AoE machine. We have all of our passives. We're ready to go. Looks like there is one optional quest at one point. If I recall correctly, this map used to be a macro mission, and it may well turn into one. I'm not so sure. Now, we've done everything up until this point. We've done all the quests up until this point. The Torn Fin tribe continue to be a torn fin in our side, if you will. You don't have to go with that one. Now you can't land them all. You understand? You all just get healed. That's fine. I think our Black Wolf was killed, or Dire Wolf, whatever it was. I don't know. Come on over here. Get healed. We have so much lumber. Yes, I did have more left over from the last mission because I did replay it with cheats on, but you know what? Something tells me in the grand scheme it really wouldn't matter. Now, see, every so often there is an enemy that's like a big guy who's really out to get us. Those concern me with not having our Q or having Duel, not having Punch and Duel. So, like, here's a great example where, like, before we attack this thing, we might as well. Never mind, we're too close. You know what? I'm not scared. Just go for it. Hit him with the E. Hit him with the Q. Give him the whip through zap thing. You know what? Let's use our ultimate. Recast this. How often is this? It lasts 8 seconds. That's not bad. The Golem is not immune to magic. It's a blessing. Look out, Snowsong. Snowsong does have that reincarnation. Oh, you love to see that. Okay, then we look at our little cloth that reminds us of our mother, and then we're back up to snuff. Kill all those critters. You recall the end of the last mission that we just completely obliterated it because We were able to just completely obliterate it by upping our stats to insane levels using the cooking skill, so we want to make sure we are indeed killing all of the critters.
None will survive.
Okay, hit both of these. Then zip zoom through them all. This is why we have reincarnation. I guess let's get the rest of our units in there. Oh, you'll love to see it. Okay. And then here comes Snowsong back out. I mean, I guess I'll still pick up this lumber, but it's not necessary. You all understand it's not necessary. Hit this. Every single one of these critters we kill, it's like +5 stats or something insane like that. Oh my gosh, look at that. See how many of these we can get in one cast? It's looking good. Dude, the net does not concern me. Do you see we've got this where we can zap through you? Your nets do not scare me. Recast Ravage. I'm doing okay. Ravage is fine. I'm liking it. Now, I'm trying to get used to this layout of skills that we've chosen. I'm cool with it. It's fine. Again, we don't have a lot of good single target damage, but the only good single target damage spell that we do have, I feel like, is the knockback punch. So I'm not really sure. Oh, golden nuggets. You love to see it. Give me that stone, too. Lots of murlocs in this first section. Let's... Oh, okay. Let them kill each other. Kill them. What? Orcs. Is there something down here? Just lumber that we don't need. That's fine. Again, I'm happy to let them kill each other. Oh, Footer's gang. Okay. Okay, that did properly cast on them. Let's go ahead. Everybody get in there. Keep zip zooming through. Recast the Ravage. That guy can just bubble and dispel himself, unfortunately, but he's dead now. I don't know who Footer is. I assume the layout of this is the same as a previous map, but I'm not so sure. Okay, pick that up. And again, we could plop down the fire pit every time we lose more than half HP on any individual unit. Is there anything up here? That's a dead end. Who is this? Is it Footer himself? Face me, coward! No, it's a dark wizard. Orcs, do something. Alright, get in there. Zap them. You don't need to, you don't have to pass away. Hit both of these with Ravage. Keep zapping them, and then we want to use, what is this called? Raging Strike near the building, because it's very good versus structures, seemingly. Alright, let's head on up here, and let's fire pit it up. Get healed, my friends.
Let's get on with it. Directly.
Alright. I think it was smart to give Thrall the Tattered Cloth and make it so that the fire does not also restore mana, because that would be too good, I think.
Master, let's get on with it.
A little too good. Okay, that's good enough. Let's save and continue. Who do we leave behind?
For honor.
Okay, we hit the end of this section. Thrall, it's so good to see you, my dear friend. Taratha, are you well? Well enough. And you? We've heard of your doings, of course. It's never pleasant when Lord Blackmore is in a foul mood, but it means that you're free. I did not come alone. My warriors are waiting. Tomorrow we will visit Blackmore, but we will not attack Durnholde so long as we can prevent it. We want to give him the chance to negotiate with us. All I want is our people freed, and we will leave the humans alone. He will never agree. He's too proud to think of what would be best for those he commands. Thrall, I have to go. If I'm discovered missing, then that will alert someone that something's going on. My parents are still there. Blackmore would take out his anger on them. My place has always been at Durnholde, even now. Take care. Well met, my traitor. We've been waiting for you. Well, well, if it isn't my little pet orc, all grown up. Greetings, Lieutenant General. I come not as a pet, but as a leader of an army that has defeated your men soundly in the past. But I will make no move against them this day, unless you force my hand. That's nice, Thrall. What did you have in mind? You hold many hundreds of orcs prisoners. They will be freed one way or another. We can do it without unnecessary bloodshed. Willingly release all the orcs and we will return to the wild and leave humans alone. You are better than the king's jester, Thrall. Slave, listen to you, using complete sentences, by the light. Think you understand mercy, do you? An old friend of us is here. She's back there, behind the rocks. Why don't you go and look for her? Maybe she can answer your question. Roasted. That's what we do with traitors. That's what we do with people who we love and betray us, who take everything and give nothing, who sympathize with double-damned orcs. Terry. Alright. Destroy all siege tanks. Defeat Langston and defeat Sergeant. Warchief, we have brought the resources gathered from our last raid. They are to be used as you command. We've got all of our heroes available. We got a bunch of units. Let's break these. Oh, I see. So we have these folks everywhere. War mills can be used to research upgrades for companions and allied units. Warchief, we've set up camps for the unarmed humans as you command. For the unarmed. Bring any humans not carrying a weapon to one of these camps. Find 30 civilians. Okay. And we can warp between these. Landmine. Interesting. So I can't actually build units. I mean, obviously, we just get all of these. There'd be no reason not to. And let's spread these out. Now, I'm not sure if my allies will repair their own stuff. Oh, never mind. They regenerate themselves. Okay, cool. What I'm leaning towards is you recall... Oh, it's only Thrall. Okay, I was going to say we recall our other heroes. And then we go in and attack that way. Let's go ahead and just pick a direction and start going. This seems like one where I think our loadout is going to be quite good. So I don't know what here has this massive attack range, but... I think it's this guy. The Elite Knight, indeed. Here, go back and get healed, buddy. I don't know if we can rebuild these elite units or not, but yeah, every little bit that we can do here is going to be for the best. We want to help our allies push just the tiniest bit constantly.
No problem.
We're also getting a pretty steady stream of income. And I think we'll just want to keep upgrading where possible. Because we've got plenty of money. And we can spend our money as we had gotten it previously on older missions. So now is our chance to finally spend that, I suppose. And then anything we have left over, we'll go ahead and toss into Thrall's... into the points that we can get for him. Alright, let's go. Is that an Elite Knight? That's just a Knight. That's very important we murder that. Okay, it's too bad Thrall trades out these abilities for Farsight, but you know. Guess that's how it be sometimes. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's possible to get these units back or not. If we lose them. I'm going to try to keep these elite units alive where possible. Let's get up here and try and kill this tank. Again, quickly, trying to take these out so we can get on top of the tank, because I think it's doing some mondo damage to us. Ow. Okay, you hate that. There we go. 106 destroyed. I think we're already on track to do some great work here. Thrall, though, I would like to get you up here. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to bring all my heroes up here. There's no point in keeping them separate, I think. Get some wolves. Look out, buddy. There's a second guy. Let me windwalk on top of this guy and hit him. Okay, great. And then let's go ahead and send these elite fellas back to base to get them healed up. And did we have a shaman with that group? We should have had a shaman. Oh, no, they're back here. I was going to say, it's possible they died, but I see they are here. And I see no reason to not just attack with all of our units along the way here. Let's do that. The faster we can get this stuff upgraded, the better. We are getting a trickle of income, I think, as our allies get stuff. We should also go ahead and grab more companions. I think Snowsong's out, so let's go ahead and grab Dark Wolf. And I have 3 supply left. Do I have anything that's 3? I mean, I'll get a grunt. That's perfectly acceptable. Let's swing down here, save these civilians. We found an unarmed human settlement. Send them to a camp. And then we'll, you know, destroy their farms for, you know, whatever reason we're doing that. Okay, looking good. I'm just getting these guys away out of my, the area that I, would see on my map, so I don't see these farms as, like, a target that we need to be focused on.
We're under attack.
Okay, we got another elite knight. The elite knights would be good dual targets. Do I have anything that's like single target here that would be worthwhile? I don't think so. But honestly, I think even just getting dual just for the elite knights is not worth it. And at least I don't think so.
I don't usually do
We lost one of our shaman, but that's perfectly acceptable. Let's pick a direction. Maybe let's go down and to the left and start clearing out these areas from behind so that we can save these civilians. Let's destroy these because we're inevitably going to have a fight with the Dahlias at the end. Let me say, where's Snowsong? Okay, come on over here. You're one of my companions. Come on down here. Save them. Another group of survivors should do something. Okay, good work. Okay, let's go down here next.
Let's get on with it.
We're sending the next group of civilians. You love to see it. Honestly, there's really nothing Grom has besides Whirlwind that I think is honestly even worth my time to try to use. I do have 4 supply. I could grab the Shredder. Let's just remake our Shaman.
The spirits are restless.
Okay, so let's kind of clean this whole area out. Okay, this looks a little spooky. Let's head into it, and this would be a great whirlwind. And then just hit them all with Thrall's various abilities. Perfect. Not one step closer. You're already dead. Don't speak to me about it. It's over. Come on down here. Let's add Snowsong to our little hero group here. Go ahead and do that. You can stay and get healed for a moment, and then Thrall. Yeah, this is very different than the old version of this map, but I like it quite a bit. You know, get them all clumped up where possible. There we go. Then zip zoom through them. Then. And the more that we can get our each individual base pushed up so that they can consolidate on top of the enemy here, the better. Okay, close that. I don't think we've lost any of our elite units, but if we did, again, it's possible we can remake them. Let's go ahead and grab our last weapon of Arcanate Ranged. I don't think they're actually building anything out of these structures. No, maybe they are. I don't know. Okay, those units just attack. Let's go ahead and draw these fellas in here. We have Whirlwind up again. I'm trying to cast this stuff again. This is where our units are going to be struggling. Let's back them up a little bit. I got rid of these big guys. Now we can get on top of the tank. Such devastating power, we must destroy these tanks immediately. Okay, we got some more civilians. They're targeting Snow Song, which is actually kind of ideal. Flame Tower is not good. Let's go ahead and send this group back to get healed down here. We got allies coming in now, too. There we go, and we'll just steadily take care of this. I can throw down fire while we just sort of sit here. Again, we got plenty of lumber, so why not? Okay, add you to my group. I don't think there's any other research to get, so our allies should be making good progress. We should add this grunt to my companion group. I also have 2 supply for another... I could get another companion. I think our Dark Wolf keeps dying, but I'm not really even using it to do anything. I mean, honestly, let's just grab a Spear Thrower instead so it can contribute, because it doesn't rely on me actually doing anything with it for us to use it. Break these. We could get some decent stuff in Thrall's inventory so that when we fight Idalius, we can hit him with some stuff. But in the grand scheme, again, my goal is to use cooking to blast my stats up to a degree that it doesn't even matter. That's the goal.
Time is short, warrior. Yes, warchief.
Okay, make sure you're close enough to actually get healed, and then these raiders will actually be quite useful, I think. There's really... I don't think there's a huge reason to actually be, like, destroying each of these little individual things, but, you know... Civilians, right. There's 20 left. We've barely made any progress. The last one's going to be... Inevitably, it's going to be to kill Idalius Blackmore, but... You'd think that his lieutenants would be more capable than him, because they're not on the sauce all the time. Alright, so let's bring our units back up here and keep pushing up the left, as we were. We could check kind of in this area to see if there's civilians that we can pick up. Our allies just don't build enough stuff to help them get through, though I wish they would start consolidating in the middle. That's kind of the challenge here. We got a bit of a tug of war happening. But every little bit of extra stuff that we can have clump up here, the better.
Let's go.
And, like, mirror image is neat, I guess. Like, it helps deny damage on some of our other units, but for the most part, I just think it's kind of, like, almost not worth it. What's over here? Yeah, you guys stay here. Have I been over here?
Yes. For honor.
What's going on here?
Dabu. For honor. Let's get on. Dabu. Yes.
Is this supposed to be something?
Yes. For honor. Yes.
There's cages up there. You know, this must have been like a cutscene or something.
For honor. Yes. For honor. Yes. For honor.
This had to have been used for a cutscene or something.
For honor.
I have a fire running somewhere. Honestly, I have enough lumber, I could just keep it going, but I don't know where I left it. Okay, let's head in here, just keep pushing up this left side. Where, if I had a fire going, where would it have been? I'm less concerned about it at this exact moment. Where did the... It disappeared for a moment. Okay, let's get Grom in there and give him a whirlwind. Okay, this is pretty spiced. I'm going to use his ultimate. And we got him. We actually made it through. That's 3 of 6, not bad. And there is Langston.
Yes.
Let's see if I can find where I put
Under attack.
that campfire. There it is. Okay, let's back up here momentarily. What I'd like to do is get all the way up to here, rescue those people, and then we'll backtrack, we'll fight Sergeant, and start cutting through the middle of the base and start rescuing more of the civilians down in this area. That's my plan, at least. So let's get my other units up here. I actually think that we would be fine fighting Langston here, so let's bring him to us. He has mirror image, which is kind of silly, but that's the real one right there. We're sending the next civilian group to our camp. The wolves actually doing great here. Thrall, don't do this. Don't stand in that, buddy. You know what? Just let's whirlwind him. Oh, that's an elite. That's an elite knight. We have to kill him. Please stop doing that. Someone got a level too. Hey, oh, levels don't really matter anymore, I don't think. Give me some more wolves. Let's move our other heroes out because they're getting roasted. He's just about out of he's just about out of mana. He's out of mana, so we've got him. It's this one. Just keep zooming through him. Use the cloth. You'll love to see it. Okay, Langston's actually dead now, so we get our final level here, and let's go ahead and fire it up. I realize I had other units there, but I think that they would have died faster comparatively, so I think it was better to do it this way. Oh. Interesting. Okay, well, fine. You guys can sit there. We haven't even touched the right flank at all, so you know we got some work to do. Honestly, this is better than the Frost Wave, I think. Well, it does less damage, but like it doesn't matter where they move after you do it the first time, if that makes sense. So, okay, I'm kind of curious what's up there. Cancel this. I guess let's get Snowsong back out. I kind of think there should just be a separate command card for companions as opposed to it being in the skills area. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Dude, Whirlwind's on such a low cooldown. Just use it. Oh god, is that Sergeant? Oh no, no, no. I'm sorry, Thrall. Yeah, well, have you ever thought about just like not doing this? Like, you don't actively have to be doing this. You ever think about that? Oh gosh, okay, well, he does that. Okay, well, we're killing these guys pretty early. Sergeant's not really even putting up a fight. Dude, Langston was way harder than you, dude. You should have just joined me. It seemed like you had some respect for me. Got him with the Windwalk. Snowsong's coming back. Then, let's come down here and seek. I'm kind of sort of curious what's over here. Potentially more civilians or another way into the fortress. I wish these guys would at least keep going. One guy.
We're under attack.
Okay, let me just run Thrall in here. We can always warp back to... what the heck is this?
For honor. Yes.
Huh, okay. Let's just teleport here. And I'm going to move over to the middle.
Let's get on with it. The spirits.
Because we got allies that are coming in. They're making pretty steady progress. We want to rescue the remaining civilians that we can see, and then push over to the right, rescue all those civilians, etc., etc.
For honor.
This group of heroes is fun. They're, you know, they're pretty good, but...
I am the warchief.
Alright, let's hit these. The plus side that seems like it's been handled pretty well is what has happened in the past that I've seen have happened is if it's a tug of war like this and then the units clump up, then this base thankfully stops sending units. This is something that's very important that I've experienced in the past where they don't, you know, you're playing the map and then they just keep sending units and then it becomes absurd. With the sheer amount of stack up because they have nowhere to go. Another group of civilians. Okay. I guess let's come up this way.
I won't buy.
Take care of that. I don't know why this is highlighted to me. Maybe it's because there are people there. It says there are only 7 civilians left. Just Earthquake over there, buddy. Honestly, Earthquake is, I feel like, one of the most underwhelming ultimates in this game. It's a shame. The slow, I just don't see how the slow is doing it for you. Maybe there's like a really good multiplayer use for it, but it also denies you from being able to use any of your other spells because it's channeled. So, you know, I'm just not really into it. Trying to cast multiple spells. I'm past the point of trying to avoid getting hit by the... I'm past the point of trying to get hit by the, avoiding getting hit by the night stuff, you know? We're past that. Snow Song, no! Okay, you love that. Look out, Thar. Okay, right flank now is an available, means to attack. Civilians remaining 5. Did I rescue more, or do they only start counting once they reach the base? We'll find out. Okay, let me look up here really quick. Okay, let's actually watch and see if this goes down to 3. No, I think you just have to approach them. Oh! Oh, gosh. Okay, well. That's... Okay. We don't have Whirlwind up either. Hey, we lured him into our allies, though. That's what you love to see. Okay. Zip zoom through. Start chain lightning. Oh, we're fine. We really mess with them. Is that a fountain of mana? It is. Okay. There must be a fountain of health in the bottom left, if I had to guess. Finish this one up, please. There you go. They drop gold coins. I was going to say maybe that's because we had the ability where rocks drop coins. That would be kind of a funny Easter egg, but I think that's not why. I think it's just because they're high-level creeps. Dude, you going to fight me or are you going to run away like a coward? You're a giant rock monster. I thought you'd have more courage than that. All right, gold coins plus the 118 that we got simply for killing it in the first place. Let's teleport down here. And, well, let's heal for a brief moment, a brief time. We're not hemorrhaging lumber. Not that it would matter if we were. You know what? Here we go. So we're not spending our gold on anything else, so we can do this. Look at how fast that hemorrhages our gold. Okay, well, we just got like it was like a +4 across the board or something like that. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was a lot. And, again, that's permanent. Did I just give those stats to Grom? I don't think so. Maybe I did. Maybe I gave him to... I don't know. You know what? I realized I may have given those to Thar. Whatever. Is this, Taratha's grave or something? Is this where we buried her? Well, if there is a fountain of, healing, I don't know where it is. Let's go ahead and teleport up here. The teleportation aspect is just wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful. Let's get up here and try and finish this up. There's our last, not our last group. There's our last group. Nope. Where the heck is the last group of civilians? Because this is a group, but I don't know where, like, the last group is. I don't see anything indicating where they might be. Oh, here. Okay, never mind. It's revealed to us. Well, why is this revealed to me on the map? I'm a big stupid dummy. That's an impression of myself from just a little bit ago. I think it was pretty good actually. Okay, let's go ahead and get the rest of our units up here to help us out. Kill these elite wizards. Look at that. I actually avoided the flame strike. It's a new age of Jaberino. Okay, and this is 5 of 6? Yes, it is indeed 5 of 6. All right. You're saved.
Don't be shy.
Okay, and then let's once again toss down campfire. Another group of civilians should arrive at the camp shortly. Heroes, go ahead and get healed up. Can't do this near enemies. Let's get Snowsong back out.
Build more burrows.
I'm actually maxed in terms of... Oh, Snowsong is already summoned, and then we have all these units here that I just haven't really been using. We actually do have we have all of our companions available for us that I have not been using.
I am.
Okay, I think we're all healed up. Or maybe Snowsong was dead and I just resummoned Snowsong, but I didn't have enough supply to do anything else, I think is the situation.
Your time has come. I am.
Okay, there's the last... There's the last guy. Just start spinning. And then zip zoom through. Ooh, baby. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we gotta focus on the giant tank, please. Durnholde has almost fallen. Blackmore is hiding this keep. I should prepare. Well, hang on. Where are those people? Oh, no, I already rescued them. That was the last group of civilians we could find. Well done. Backpack level up! Let's go! The civilians of Durnholde, in their grace, have provided us with an upgraded backpack with an extra slot. Would you look at that? What's this right here? A stone. So it's probably just going to be Thrall, right? Let's consider crafting some high-level stuff for him. Like, give me a firebomb here for him. We don't need a lure, that's for sure. Okay, and we have these haste pots too, so we should actually be using those later. Just double check here. Yeah, Blackmore. Slay Idalius Blackmore. And I assume it has to be done with just Thrall. So, can I tell you something? We're going to go back to Old Faithful, which is dual, if we're against Blackmore. Will of the Wilds could be actually quite good against him, but it might not work against heroes. Indestructible continues to be the right choice. I think maybe we should have at least tried Will of the Wilds earlier, but I didn't, so... oops. I think we keep Raging Strikes as well. I think we just go straight across the top, because Knockback is good for single targets, as is Duel. Honestly, Duel is the best single target of these three things, so of course we're going to keep it. And then, that in combination with Knockback, even if we didn't have the magic debuff, where they take more damage, I think I would still go with Knockback, because it's the best single target spell we have. He may summon other units, but Raging Strikes I think is the best out of these three, if only because it can move you out of AoE, like ground-targeted spells pretty quick if necessary also. And then Indestructible, again, really good for like individual duels where Thrall is by himself. So, with that in mind,
I am the warchief.
we're going to go ahead and take Thrall. Is there anything else we want to craft? Actually, there's a stone on the ground here. That's, you know, that's pretty good. And then, I mean, there's going to be a cutscene, I imagine. So I'm concerned. Let me save. So my thought is if I cook all of these.
We need more gold. The spirits are restless.
The timer is ticking during this cutscene, I think. Snowsong, get back to Drekthar. This is a fight I must win on my own. I mean, it's 180 seconds, so even still, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty good. Thrall, I can explain everything. No, no more talking. Just fight me. Okay, perfect. Casual, cannon tower back here? Okay, and we're just going to use Raging Strikes to get through this as fast as possible. Keep him debuffed. Am I stuck in a wall? Like, what happened here? There we go. Okay, no problem. Let's just use Indestructible now. Don't stand in that. Hit him with a firebomb so that he starts taking some area damage. And by area damage, I mean damage over time. Oh, he picks those up if you don't. That's kind of neat. I've never seen that before. Just using all these things that I have. Oh my goodness. The music's very intense. To be fair, I am, like, really overpowered because I did literally everything in this campaign, which is what makes it fun for me. But at the same time, the music's kind of funny because it's, like, epic, everything's on fire, and, like, we beat him and we have near full health. But that's those extra... That's that temp stat boost from the cooking. You are what I made you. I'm so proud. We've taken Durnholde, my warchief. Most of those who have offered resistance are under our control. We've almost completed searching and removing those who did not come to fight. Find me Langston. You and Blackmire are going to turn traitor to your alliance. I'm offering you a chance to redeem yourself. Ride to your alliance and tell them they will find us ready to cooperate with them, provided they free the rest of my people and surrender land for our use. If they don't, they'll find an enemy the likes of which they've never seen. Now go. You taught me well, Sergeant. You were a fine student, Thrall. You taught me the concept of mercy. At this moment, you should be very glad of that lesson. I intend to level Durnholde in a few moments. Your reinforcements will not arrive in time to be of any help to you. Without this fortress and its knights to protect the camps, we will find it easy to liberate the rest of our people. That was always my only goal. This place serves nothing good. It housed prisoners who had done no wrong, elevated evil to great power. Let it fall. Let it fall! See, this is the earthquake that we deserve. Until you bury him in your heart, you won't be able to bury him deep enough. Was it good to kill him? It needed to be done. Blackmore was poison, not just to me, but to so many others. Before I killed him, he said that he was proud of me. That I was what he made me. Of course you are what Blackmore made you. And you are what Taratha made you, and Sergeant, and Hellscream, and Doomhammer, and I, and even Snowsong. You are what each battle made you. And you are what you have made yourself. The Lord of the Clan. That's the name of the thing! The humans have been given food and water, my warchief. Our outriders report that the human reinforcements will shortly be closing in. We should leave. In a moment. I have a duty for you to perform. Find the human called Foxton. Give this necklace to him and tell them that I grieve with them. Today our people have won a great victory. We have leveled the mighty fortress of Durnholde and broken its grasp on the encampments, but we cannot yet rest. There are many of our brothers and sisters who yet languish in prisons. They, like you, will taste what it is to be an orc, to know the passion and power of our proud race. We will triumph because our cause is just. Let us go and free our people. Once sluggish creatures in the encampment, now every line of their large bodies speak of joy and excitement. You have been the one to inspire them to these heights. After so many years, you finally know your true destiny, know who you really are. Thrall, son of Durotan, warchief of the Horde, you have come home. Alright, we got some credits. We can watch these. Design, OutsiderXE, indeed. He's just going to have people come out and kill the people coming before. But yeah, great campaign, OutsiderXE. Great diversity of skills. Great use of the backpack and campfire. Someone to point out in a comment, I'm not trying to like put someone on blast, but I'm using this as an example to kind of expound on it. Someone had said, you know, we've seen backpacks in other campaigns before where you can hold more items. Like, that's all well and good. The idea is that the campfire isn't just an extra backpack. In fact, I rarely used it as an extra backpack. On that note, though, really quick as an aside, I do think the items were all pretty good. And none of them were so good that you just had to hold on to them. It was always good, like if you had items, just use them. I imagine on hard difficulty, if you just were using those things constantly, I think actually leveling up cooking and crafting were the right choices for the fire pit. But anyway, yeah, so the idea of like the cooking, the crafting, the backpack in general, plus the campfire, and the way that the skill tree worked and how you had to spend gold to upgrade individual skills. If you did everything like I did, and I imagine most players would, to be honest, you could definitely upgrade all those. But if you didn't level up the salvage ability or whichever it was, like the bounty ability, if you didn't level that up early, maybe you wouldn't have accrued as many resources as I did, and gold would have been at a much higher premium, I suppose. The cooking is honestly the most overpowered thing in this campaign, and it's really fun if you're willing to use it. Also, OutsiderXE is plugging himself here. I really encourage you to check out his other projects for sure. His blog is pretty neat. You can check out all of his projects there. OutsiderXE blogspot.com. Yeah, so I've played all of Outsider's other campaigns. I really liked his StarCraft 2 campaign, which is co-op. I recently replayed The Last Guardian, and I think he's updated it since then as well, with some minor changes. Lord of the Clans had a huge overhaul, which I obviously had just played, and then Day of the Dragon I will probably go back and play at some point as well, because I know that campaign has been changed quite significantly also. And I gotta say, I am a really big fan of going back and replaying campaigns that I have finished. Like playing Shadows of Hatred again, playing Rise of the Blood Elves again, that kind of stuff, especially when they're like noticeable quality of life changes. It's just such a blast for me. So I'm not someone who's like, well, I played this once in the past and now I'll never play it again. It's more like if there are significant changes and it's part of a project that I'm really interested in, which is sort of a nebulous criteria. If I feel like it. It was a project that I really enjoyed, and it's been significantly updated. There's a really good chance I will likely return to it, maybe on stream, maybe as a series. So with that being said, I will definitely be replaying Day of the Dragon. I don't know when, but probably after playing through a few more Warcraft 3 campaigns, similar to how we played The Last Guardian update, several months ago, and then we got to Lord of the Clans. We'll play Day of the Dragon eventually. And there's some older campaigns that were some of my favorites that I may very well revisit as well, even though they haven't been changed. I haven't played them for a while, and they're some of my favorites, so we can always come back to those as well. Anywho, I think my favorite part about Lord of the Clans, as I've said, is OutsiderXE's meticulous design and how he is always making things with the player in mind. It's less about it being gamey. I mean, there's a lot of gamey mechanics in it. Being able to warp between bonfires is explicitly like, you're in a game. There isn't this idea like everything needs to be focused and centered around the story. It's more focused and centered around player experience. And I think that this campaign strikes a really good balance between the two, but is very, very heavily focused towards player experience, because the end user is indeed the player, and so everything should be with that person in mind. And I appreciate that, and I think OutsiderXE does that better than legitimately every other community creator just across the board. And I don't say that to put anyone down. It's more I just want to make sure that OutsiderXE is recognized by the viewers. I've played so many of these things, so many of these campaigns across these different games. I've played a lot of different games as well. I've played a lot of community content for different games also that I haven't necessarily shown on this channel. The point is I have a breadth of experience, and I can say that, again, OutsiderXE, everything that he does seems to have, from my perspective at least, I think this is an accurate portrayal, is the idea of how it will come across to the player. And I really appreciate that, and that means a lot to me as the player, and I just want to make sure that recognition is there. And you can see that come through with all of the different systems that were put in Lord of the Clans. And I think again, the idea of like the passive systems with the campfire and the cooking and all that, I guess I call that a passive system in the sense that it's not like combat. But what it does is it always has the player able to do something, whether it's menuing through your abilities, whether it's cooking, whether it's crafting. You're never just sitting and waiting around for nothing. You know, a lot of RPGs, you're sitting around and waiting. You're traveling somewhere. You're waiting for your magic power to go from 0 to 50 so you can cast one spell, right? There was none of that in this campaign. I think that accomplished really well for it being like a, I don't want to say semi-RPG, because it's not like full-on RPG. It's, you know, it's still an RTS campaign, but for the most part, you're controlling just Thrall, and you've got the menu, so it's, you know, kind of an RPG. You know, again, you're never really waiting around for anything. So overall, really great job. Really enjoyed this one. I'm sad it's over, but we're on to the next thing, and I'll see you next time for it. Peace.